Hello, hello, hello. Well, this is a nice surprise. Hi, everyone. My name is Li Ying. I am your Sacred Way mentor, energy alchemist, and tea mystic. And I stand for a new era of women who stop apologizing for showing up as their true, divine, beautiful being fully. And that is why I started this group. That is why I started to serve and hold space for this capacity because it is work. It takes lots of retraining, regrounding, and rephrasing, but it is so entirely worth it. And I just wanted to pop on here today to talk a little bit about self-sabotage. Just taking this moment to ground a little bit. Now, if you know my story, you know that I had 10 years of struggles with anorexia, which devolved into various sorts of eating disorders. I fully recovered about 4 years, coming to 5 years now ago, and I'm going strong. And it by no means is a miracle pill that I took and I woke up the next day and felt that way. But it certainly was a flick of a switch, so to speak, in my mind at a time when I decided to commit to fully recovering. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about self sabotage and link it back to commitment because I know I've spoken to many of you beautiful beings, and a lot of times that where you're kind of stuck is when you've tried all of the things and you're still trying it, but somehow you still hear this inner critic coming through. You're still hearing this saboteur coming through, the voice that tells you that this will never end, that you will never fully recover, that you will just be in this space most of the time and the relapse will happen anytime. If you feel that way, I am here to tell you that it is all effing BS. That is what I really want to come out and tell you because that is the BS story that your mind keeps weaving around you. Is almost like tying a rope around you and around you and around you to make you believe that it is true. And when you have a belief, what do I always say? I say this to my clients all the time, and I have definitely said that to you in various other live sessions if you've listened, is that when you have a belief, that is when you set a limitation for yourself. It is that simple, that plain and easy. Because when you have a belief that you would never recover, that this is so hard, that your body will never lose all the baggage that it needs to lose, and what if I gain lots of weight if I let go? These are all beliefs that society has imposed on you, specifically diet culture has imposed on you. I can tell you through my own journey, like this is my personal experience, that I shed the weight that I held and so much more. I shed it, I I killed it, I buried it in the ground with lots of grace and gratitude because I was committed to fully realizing that I'm not meant to live this way. I'm not meant to be living fearing food. I'm not meant to be controlling my weight all the time to the point where I don't even realize how precious the time is with my family and friends are. I am just sitting there thinking, how incredibly lucky I am right now to be sitting here to talk to you. And that's why I want to give. I want to give you the best and hold space for your highest vision. We're talking about really healing and living fully. How do we go from healing to living? Because right now we're in this space where I'm talking to you, where you're just thinking about how do I get to a place where I fully reconcile myself to my body and food, right? But what if you can hold this vision for yourself for this moment right now? Just really, really ground into that vision of you fully recovered. And in fact, you're just literally living the life that you want exactly as it is. You really want to drop from your mind into your body and feel it and really feel how joyous and blissful that energy is. Because here's the thing, wherever you are right now, usually you are very much in your head. You don't feel with your body because you fear that when you allow your body to feel, that's when you open the gates of hell. But what if I tell you that what this really means as alchemy when I work with you, when I work with my clients, when I say alchemy, what it really means is that we rejoice in the face of the mess, we rejoice in the face of the chaos, we rejoice in the darkness of your past, because we have things that we can alchemize and transform into real gifts. You know, one of my mentors always says, take your pain and make it rain. And I'm working with her so deeply right now that I'm serving in such a sacred vortex. And I really want to bring you into this vortex as well. Because, you know, we always talk about healing, but healing really just is a byproduct when you fully feel connected. And when you are connected, you're gonna live a life of your true magnificence. And although this sounds really far-fetched, it almost feels like, oh God, I just want to get through one day here today. I really want you to really look deeply and ask yourself, what would happen if you don't change? 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, if nothing changes. Because here's the thing, like, you can sit there all day and tell me that you have been admitted to a hospital, you've been working with a therapist, you've been working through some sort of meetings that you're going through, or, you know, techniques that you've done, you know, you've picked up. They are what I would classify as doing, right? That's something that you are doing because somebody recommended you to do it, or that is seen as right. But if you can't embody that, if you can't embody the energy of a recovered version of you, a version of you who's really, really just a version of you that feels completely like released from this cage that you're in. If you can't hold that energy, you will always be in that healing phase. And that is the cycle that you have caught yourself in, right? So what I do a lot is that I am supporting my client on their journey through truly embodying the energy of your highest vision. You know, who do you want to be? Who do you really, really want to be when you're completely released from this toxic relationship you have with your body? We don't want to just keep you healing. We want you to be completely out there living, right? So how do we release this fear? So that is what we do, right? We want you to come back to your body. We want you to really embody that energy, that frequency of highest love and compassion for yourself. And if you feel that that is something that is impossible to feel right now, if you can't get into that space, I really would love to speak to you, because I do that so beautifully with beautiful clients who come to me, and I see them flicking the switch immediately. The minute they flick the switch, everything changes instantly, in this holy instant, as I would say. And so I want you to really think about that. Like, how long do you want to spend struggling and testing things out, going to meetings, going to doctors, like therapy, that's like, okay, I'm just going and I feel kind of better, and then it's not gonna sit with you for long, versus truly just jumping into that vortex of healing and ascension and coming out of it, like, in this minute, even if you allow yourself to do it, if you choose to, right? I always say, when you choose to heal, when you choose to embrace that highest version of yourself, it can happen immediately. What would you want? You know, would you want this version instead when you can live right now? Like, live it now. Or would you rather be struggling and going through and relapsing and trying to figure things out? Because I think this is what most people do, right? No, no, no. You always have a choice, my love. It's really that easy, right? So some things that I just wanted you to think about, because this is what I would call self-sabotage. You know, we always know what exactly it is that we need, but because we are debilitated by fear, we tend to not do anything, or we just keep sabotaging our progress by really feeling into the negative vortex that we know that doesn't serve us, right? So how do we get out of that? We get out of that by really surrounding ourselves with the energy that we want to feel, like we are already there. And if it feels difficult, like I say, you just need to be given that key to see what's possible. And that is why I always say community and support and mentorship is so important. It can literally change you right in this holy instant, like I said. And so if that is something that you really think that I am done, like I'm so done with it, and you really want to move forward with your life, please, please, please reach out to me. I would love to have a heart to heart conversation with you. It's absolutely free. I literally have just so much compassion, and I just want to hold space for you. And we can come up with an energetic analysis of what exactly is going on with you and go from there. You know, I'm never going to hardcore sell you anything that you don't want to do. So this is really just a conversation what we're gonna have, and I'm just gonna hold space for you, really, just what exactly you need in your life right now, really. So my love, if you want to reach out, if you want to get on the call with me, please, please, please DM me, and I would love to speak to you, my love. All right. So sending you so much love. That's all from me today. I just wanted to pop on here to really check in. I know I usually don't really come on today, but when spirit calls, you have to answer, right? So I hope this served you. Any comments or thoughts, if you like to get on the call, please, please, please let me know. I would love to serve in any way I can. All my love to you. Big kiss and have a beautiful day, my love.